Hi guys, welcome back to Bespoke Airsoft, and yes, today we're looking at a very legendary pistol. Might not be the one you're thinking about, but we're going to take a look right now. Take it back. So of course, if you hadn't guessed it already, I imagine a lot of you sort of guessed at the Mark 23, but it's not that. We are of course talking about the Tokyo Marui hi-capa line, not necessarily the 5.1 or the 4.3, just the Tokyo Marui hi-capas in general. This platform has been around for an absolutely amazing amount of time. There's probably no other product out there that is more heavily aftermarket supported than a hi-capa. I mean, M4s maybe, but you know, as a specific product in itself. So this is the 5.1 hi-capa. It's in the silver colour, and this is going to be the one that we're looking at today. And we'll also be putting some bits in the video where people are talking about their experiences and history with a TM hi-capa. And honestly, if I had £1 for every time I've bought one of these over the last 10-15 years, I probably have about £7. So yeah, I haven't specifically owned that many of them, but they've always been something in circulation with myself every now and again. But of course, we're going to take a closer look today. So if you hadn't guessed it, Tokyo Marui hi-capa, it comes from Japan. They have plastic slides, polymer slides, whatever you want to call it. It's made out of a plastic material. These do have a metal frame, plastic grip, and you've got ambidextrous safeties on there. The mag release is only found on the left-hand side. You've got a grip safety as well. It's very reminiscent of a 1911 style platform, but of course you get the wider magazine. These hold 30 rounds. It's a green gas magazine. And those of you that are out there, so you can't use green gas for the TM hi-capa. I've been using green gas in standard TM hi-capas for the past 10-15 years, somewhere in between there. And I've never had an issue. There's lots of people I know that own these pistols and they've got them standard. They're just an absolutely amazingly great performing pistol. As you'd expect from Tokyo Marui, and they offer many different platforms. They've got the 4.3s, the 5.1s. You can get things such as the d.o.rs now, and loads of different colour combinations. The gold match is probably the most popular at the moment because it's probably the most recent release apart from the d.o.r. But the d.o.r tends to be a little bit less in popularity because it's slightly different with the red dot system they've got on the back. Not saying how suck eggs, but the pistol slide functions as you would expect. The slide release is found on the left hand side. The safeties are ambidextrous. The hammer, I suppose, is ambidextrous. You figure you use it from both sides. You've got the grip safety there, magazine release on the left hand side. And every square micron of this pistol you can upgrade and change and have aftermarket parts. And you can probably take something that's nowadays is a lot more expensive than what it used to be. You can now take a pistol that's like 130, 140 pounds, however much they are, where you buy them from, and you can get them and spend thousands. There are those out there. It's probably the most commonly used pistol in pistol competition shooting, whether you're doing IPSC or something similar, just because of how much you can do to them and all the fancy gizmos and parts and slides and little charging handle bits and the brackets to put the red dot sights on, which of course you'll hear from myself and a few other people here today in the video. But this is a pistol from Tokyo Marui. There's not really much else to say apart from that. You've probably seen an absolute ton of videos on this platform, but we've had them back in stock in quite a large quantity recently. So I did say, let's get this on the video and let's show those that probably aren't too familiar with the TM hi-capa how good of a pistol this actually is. First of all, I want to get the chrono out of the way. So we're using 0.2 gram BBs and we're using WE green gas. Yep, we're using green gas with this pistol. And we'll put it through the chrono and see what this thing puts out. So you'll see they're very consistent. I think it was 295 and it was 295, 295, 295, and then it did fluctuate a little bit That could be the BBs that we're using, because we have a big pot of BBs on the bench that used a chrono. Could be a chance like a 2.5 or something's dropped in there. Probably not 2.5, but you get my point. Or it could be the gas, but these are very consistent pistols. They shoot performably well and consistent. We're going to head outside now. I'm going to shove it on the usual target we do. I'm going to be using 0.3 gram BBs. I'm not going to mess with the hop until I feel there's a need to. I'm going to shoot the gun first at 15 meters. Then we're going to take it back to 30 meters. And then finally we're going to go back all the way to 40 meters, which you'll probably find then I'll tweak the hop just a little bit. And we'll see how this thing does. Right, first at 15 meters. 0.3 grams. Haven't touched the hop. So we'll see if it needs adjusting. Easy, let's take it back. Right, 30 meters, same mag, hop's not been changed. We might need to change it, we'll see. Easy peasy, let's push it back. Right, 40 meters. I'm going to add a tiny bit of hop. And we'll see how it does. .3 grams. Let's see if I can hit this target. Tiny bit more hop on. Not because I'm failing to hit it, but let's see if I can get a bit more hop on with the .3. Oh, that's better. That's the same mag. That's two rounds of 0.3 gram BBs. I haven't gassed it up. I mean, I gassed it up with green gas to begin with, but just goes to show this legendary pistol is still the king. You'll see how well that pistol performed there, and that is out the box performance. As you see, as it is, all I've done is put green gas in the magazine and done 0.2 gram BBs, 0.2 gram BBs for the chrono test, 0.3 gram BBs for the action test. Shot superbly well. I'm easily hitting that target. If I had a bit more to dial the hop in just a little bit more, I'd probably get slightly better results, but you know, that target is much smaller than a human sized target. The little square sheet is about A4, so you're probably looking about that big. I've just popped over to the pistol cabinet here just so you can see we've got the dual stainless 4.3, we've also got the 5.1 in black, and we've got the d.o.r. So there are many different iterations this pistol comes in. There are similarities between this and the 1911 platform that they do, and sometimes the slides are able to be swapped over. But I'm going to hand you over to Wes now, who's going to tell you his experience with this pistol. And then once we've got that out the way, I'll probably just jump on and say my experience with this pistol, and then we'll wrap this up and show you where you can buy these from us. So we'll just pop over to Wes now and we'll see what he thinks. So Wes, what do you think of the legendary TM hi-capa?
They are pretty damn fantastic, that's what I have to say. They feel very solid, they're not too heavy, they are very fun to rack back. Yeah, they're just built really well. I'm very, very tempted to get one myself.
And what's your experience with the TM hi-capa? Do you have one? Do you know anybody that has one?
A few of my friends have one. I was able to use one of our colleagues, Tim's, at a race shooting event, and it was absolutely fantastic.
And what pistol do you own?
I own a few different ones. I own a couple of Tokyo Marines. None quite as new or fancy as this one. They're a little bit beat up and old school, but they've been some of the best pistols that I've ever owned, so they've been really good so far.
So you were in the market for a hi-capa a while ago, and which TM did you buy?
Which TM did I buy? Well, I bought this one, which isn't a TM at all. It's a AW Supercom, but it's awesome. So you know, win-win.
Okay, we'll let you off. Thank you very much, Wes, for that. So my experience with the TM hi-capa, I'd had a few TM pistols back in the day when I first started, and I eventually bought one which was a TM hi-capa. I think it might have been the stainless, not the stainless, but the silver model. And it was actually someone that specialised in TM pistols at the time, which was Elite Shooting Centre, which I think is now closing down. I think he's retiring. I bought it from him. I spent a bit of money. I probably paid more for the slide than I did the whole pistol, because back then, you know, aftermarket parts were very expensive even by today's standards. And I used that pistol. The pistol was so nice with the slide on there, and I had it in a Phobos holster that I used to not like using it because I didn't want to damage the slide, but I did. And I sold that pistol. I've had a couple more over the years, like some 4.3s and stuff, which I kept standard, because even though you get the cold weather here in the UK, TM pistols perform probably the best in compared to other brands in the cold weather, and that's because they're not pulling back a huge amount of weight on the slide, because it's made of plastic. It's less susceptible to cool down because of the plastic parts as well. You know, it's very hard. It's a lot harder to get. Let's say you've got a pistol that's got a metal frame and a metal slide. It tends to sort of contract the cold a lot longer, and sort of keeps the cold in the material for a lot longer as well. So if you're trying to warm your pistol up, you usually find it's harder to do with other brands compared to the TMs. We do have these pistols in stock right now. You can get the silver model that I've showed you today. You can get the same thing in black. You can also get the 4.3 dual stainless, and you can also get the d.o.r as well from us. We also have loads of other pistols, 5.7s, M&Ps, M9s, Desert Warriors, 1911s, Desert Eagles, you name it, we've got it here. There's a couple of models we don't sell just because they're limited by license now, so unfortunately that's just the way it is. I'd like to thank you very much for tuning into this quick video on the TM 5.1 hi-capa. I've had great fun shooting it, and it really does bring back some old memories of shooting this thing, and it really does make me question having like a lot of VFC pistols or other branded pistols at the moment, and I really do think, after my experience with my VFC Glock a couple of weekends ago, I think I'm going to be picking up another TM pistol for the colder months especially, and I think this could be one of those pistols that I pick up. So thank you very much for tuning this video. I know it's not a brand new product, but it's something that, you know, now we've got a much bigger following on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much, guys. We seem to be accelerating tenfold. Bear in mind, this time last year, I think we had like 6,000 subscribers on the page, and it blew up, and we're now pushing 34,000 subscribers. So I thank each and every one of you for following us. Hope you've enjoyed this pistol. We'll be bringing you many more new products and old products on the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much. So
You called it. If it weren't the door, it would be the phone.
Thank you, Pat.